There's a man in the Outer Worlds universe that is so absurd, so big-headed and mind-numbingly arrogant that I found myself cringing when I first met him. His name is Captain Irion, and we're first introduced to him during the quest Solution Vital. You'll recall that in a previous video, we met the man in charge of customs on the Groundbreaker, Corporal Leonard Wheeler. At the time, Corporal Wheeler asked us to speak with Wanda Dorsett in the sick bay to let her know that a mysterious shipment hasn't arrived yet, and to, quote, get off his ass about it.
Wanda Dorsett over in sickbay? Tell her the shipment's not in yet. It's not coming in anytime soon, and if she'd be so obliged to get off my ass about it.
Inside the sick bay, we see that many of the Mardettes have fallen ill. One of the medical beds is covered in dried blood, and there's even a restricted quarantine zone in the back. Something serious must be going on here. Are these poor people terminally ill, or are they just not receiving adequate medical care? For more information, we can do as Corporal Wheeler asked and speak with Wanda Dorsett.
Can't say I've seen you before. I take it you're a freighter, Captain? If you're here to better yourself, you'll have to wait. We're having a spot of trouble with our delivery service.
Yeah, about that. Wheeler told me to tell you to, get off his ass about your shipment.
Did he now? The mouth on that man. I swear his late mother'd be ashamed. He must be referring to Irion. I'm sure the fool's gotten himself into another scrape. I'm beginning to wonder if I'm ever gonna get my service mechanicals at this rate.
Who's Irion?
Our delivery man. A brave idiot with a penchant for getting himself delayed. Sometimes by dates, usually by bandits.
So what do you need these mechanicals for?
Surgery, mostly. Medical personnel are difficult to come by on Groundbreaker.
Why's that?
The board won't let their doctors and nurses station here, and they own all the medical schools. If we can't hire their people, we can't hire anyone. Everyone on staff here on Groundbreaker was trained by me or Idris. We're good, don't get me wrong. But we've only 2 heads between us, and we don't know everything.
Well, it sounds like it's pretty important that these mechanicals arrive here at the Groundbreaker, then. If you'd like, I could try to find this Irion person for you.
I'd be grateful if you'd spare the time. We need his delivery soon as yesterday. Last he told me, he was taking a shortcut by Scylla, an asteroid in the Charybdis cluster. That's where I'd start, were I the adventuring type. You look out, though. The place is probably crawling with outlaws.
Well, this should be interesting. A space-traveling delivery man who Wanda described, in so many words, as being less than competent. I've got to see this. To find Captain Irion, we have to hop in the Unreliable and travel to Scylla, an asteroid located in a group of space rocks known as the Charybdis Cluster. When we arrive at the Scylla landing pad, we can get a great view of a giant mining machine, which had previously belonged to Hephaestus Mining before being abandoned entirely. I do plan on doing a video on this mining operation at some point, but for now, we have to find Captain Irion. According to our compass, Irion is located nearly 300 meters due south from the landing pad. I thought this would be a relatively short and easy journey, until I realized that Scylla is replete with bloodthirsty primals. Feeling confident in my gunslinging abilities, I rushed into battle, thinking that my tactical shotgun and my bolter pistol would be more than enough firepower to get the job done. Oh, how wrong I was. Alright, note to self, let's try to leave primal behemoths alone whenever we can help it. Reloading a previous save, we can look from a distance and try to figure out an alternative route. This was difficult though, because these primals are everywhere. Sure, I could have just sidestepped the primal behemoth and gone around, but then I would have run into a second pack of primals not far away. In the end, I opted for stealth. If I couldn't sneak around the primals, then I would just have to sneak through them. As I crept across the barren landscape, I noticed a mega primal, something that I had never seen before in the game yet. There's little doubt in my mind that this thing would have torn me limb from limb, but thankfully I was able to make it past without any issues.
Got it. Inside voices.
Rounding the top of a hill, we spot a spaceship off in the distance. There's several outlaws mulling about, and looking through our sights, we spot Captain Irion. Since I was already in a stealthy sort of mood, I decided to equip the silencer, which we got from Relay GB23, and move in slowly. Suddenly, Captain Irion begins to speak.
You didn't have to shoot me down if you wanted an autograph.
Shut up now, and you might get out of this alive. Can we hurry this up? I want that ship gutted before the primals find us.
And now we know why the shipment of medical mechanicals never arrived at the Groundbreaker. Captain Irion got intercepted by a group of outlaws here on Scylla, and is now having his ship gutted for profit. It's a bad situation for sure, but apparently Captain Irion still doesn't know when to shut up.
Fair warning, outlaw. I've got a daring escape plan. You are gonna love it.
Physical activity discouraged. Multiple injuries detected. Would you like another suppository for the pain?
Way to kill the mood. I'm fine. Perfectly fine. Save your meds for these ruffians once I'm done with them.
Symptoms of delusion detected. Administering medication.
You get that thing away from me. Override. Override!
Well, that mechanical is right about one thing. Captain Irion is delusional if he thinks he's going to single-handedly take down these outlaws and make it out of here alive. And delusional is just one word of many I can think of to describe him.
You should know I've got friends. Powerful, wealthy friends.
What's
Anything
that?
happens to me, they will make your life miserable.
How wealthy? What kind of ransom are we talking about?
Forget I said that part. I meant dangerous.
Could they send a rescue mission to Scylla? Would they even bother?
Their ship is impounded, but I'm sure someone's on their way.
And that's our cue.
Smashing plan.
Multiple fractures, lacerations, and untreated burns detected. Signs indicative of sudden, violent crash landing.
Yep, that's me. No big deal. Just shrugging off my injuries as I stroll away from another flaming impact crater.
Also detecting constipation, hair loss, reduced fertility due to tight trousers. Recommend stimulant injection.
Hair loss? You take that back.
Nothing like the cold, hard truth from a mechanical to put an overly confident guy like Irion in his place. After looting the outlaws, we can go ahead and speak with the pompous delivery man himself.
Tremendous work, friend. Here I was readying a daring maneuver, and you've come and saved me the trouble.
Symptoms detected. Elevated heart rate, dilated pupils, increased sweat production. Subject appears to be terrified.
I'm not terrified, you bucket of bolts. That's victory sweat.
Oh, victory sweat, huh? Is that what you call it? What exactly were those outlaws after, anyway?
Meds, I'm guessing. Pirates love bits, and unlabeled meds are worth a bundle.
So what corporation do you work for?
Not a damned one. I'm a free man. There isn't a corporate snake that can hold down the inimitable Captain Irion.
Right. Nothing can hold you down, Captain. You're just unstoppable. So what do you plan on doing now?
Well, I've got some repairs to do. Thankfully, I'm as skilled a mechanic as I am a violence resolution expert. Then, to the Groundbreaker. Better late than never, I say. Unless you're very late. Then you might consider defaulting and skipping station. Those fees will bankrupt you.
Hey, wait a minute, where's my thank you? You're lucky to be alive after all that.
Thank you for what? I had this all squared away until you showed up and riled the pirates. And now, I'll be off. Good day, and do give my chilliest regards to Wanda.
Oh, how I'd love to club this man to death. He'd never see it coming either. Just one swing and... not today. Maybe someday, but not today. As Captain Irion begins making repairs to his ship, we can loot a nearby bin for some bit cartridges, a plasma rifle, some armor parts, a couple of mag picks, and some meds. There's also 3 adrenos on top of a container. When we're ready, we can carefully make our way past the primals to the Unreliable, and then return to Wanda inside the Groundbreaker. Sadly, though, she doesn't have much to say to us.
Were I a gambling woman, I'd wager you're responsible for my mechanical safe return. I can't thank you enough.
Well, maybe we can forgive Wanda for her abruptness here. After all, it looks like her shipment of medical mechanicals have finally arrived, and she likely has a lot of work to do. Hopefully now, the sick Mardettes can get the care that they need, even if these mechanicals seem to be a little, shall we say, goofy. No, that's not the right word. Overly analytical? It doesn't matter. For completing this quest, we are rewarded with 1,200 bit cartridges and medical supplies, including 3 antibiotics cream, 3 adreno, and 3 immunosol. Captain Irion has to be one of the most obnoxious characters I've met so far in the Outer Worlds. His overconfidence is appalling, and his head is larger than, well, a mega primal. Still, I have to admit, I was thoroughly entertained by Captain Irion and his antics. As annoying as he was, I got a chuckle out of listening to him talk to the outlaws, and bicker back and forth with the automechanical. Well done on this quest, Obsidian. It was pretty short and straightforward, but I did enjoy it. But I'd love to know what you think, ladies and gentlemen. What did you think of Captain Irion when you first met him? Were you entertained by him, annoyed, or a little of both? And what about the sick bay inside the Groundbreaker? Will the Mardettes recover now that the mechanicals have arrived? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. I post new videos on the Outer Worlds every Wednesday and Sunday, ladies and gentlemen, so be sure to subscribe and hit that bell notification icon so that you can be alerted when I post new content. If you're so inclined, leave a like on this video too. I'd really appreciate it. I'll be back in just a few days with a brand new video on the Outer Worlds, but that's all I've got for now. Thank you again so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.